4 months ago, I decided to start game development, and this is how I got started. This all started when I was 8, and that was the first time I ever picked up a game engine named Unity. I messed a lot around in it, but me being 8 makes things pretty hard, and I didn't know what I was doing. I stopped after a week out of trying out Unity. And fast forward 5 years, I decided to try out game development again. I didn't know much about game development, so I decided to start off with something very simple, Game Maker Studio. It's a very easy engine to learn. I watched a ton of tutorials on how to make a top-down RPG game. It was fun, and I was learning a lot. But then life decided to slap me hard, and then I realized I was broke and I couldn't afford the engine. My next plan was to make a mobile game on Game Maker in a few weeks before my free trial ran out. Then I realized I'm very dumb. I can't make a mobile game without a certain license, which costs another $100, and if I bought that, I would be broke. A week had passed and I hadn't did anything because my free trial ran out. And then I was feeling bored and I wanted to dip my toes in game development again. So after a little bit of research, I decided to try out Unity. This was mainly because I did it when I was 8 and because it seemed easier than a lot of options such as Unreal Engine. I first started watching tutorials like Brackeys, which were really helpful. I made a Pong game, which was really useful, and it told me how to use Unity properly, and it showed me where everything was in the engine. After making a basic Pong game, I wanted to create something that could help me better understand Unity. So I made a Flappy Bird game, which taught me a lot about the engine as a whole. I learned a lot more in Unity, and how to use functions and particles properly. And to better understand Unity's physics and C#, I decided to make a 3D FPS game. Following Bracky's tutorial on a 3D FPS controller and a gun script, I easily got started. I learned about different packages such as Pro Builder and how to use character controllers, which are very different from rigid bodies. But then I realized making a game like this would be extremely hard, so I had to scrap the idea. Soon enough, I got very addicted in Unity, and I worked on it daily as much as I could. A game I always loved was RPGs such as Undertale. I loved making games with story, but then I realized that would be extremely difficult with the knowledge I had now. And to try to gain more experience, I decided to work on a mini single-player game named Bounce With It. You can check out the devlog for it, link in the description. I wanted it to be a single-player game, possibly multiplayer, where you go around in different maps and play with you or your friends, better with your friends, probably. It's heavily inspired by Geometry Dash. It's literally Geometry Dash, but with the circle. I never actually planned on finishing and working on it, but then I thought it'd just be a good practice for Unity. I first started out with a circle, and after watching a few tutorials, I had very basic movement. After learning more about the engine in C#, I upgraded the script a little bit and made it much smoother to use. I wanted to have some realistic 2D lighting, as I knew that would be very useful to learn. I learned about things like render pipelines and shaders. After setting a simple map and adding things like soft body, explosions, breakable glass, turrets, and spikes, and after drawing all the sprites and playing the game, I thought it was pretty fun and had very good potential. And after setting up and finishing the first map, it was actually really fun to play. So then I uploaded my first devlog on it, and right now I'm working on some more maps and a boss, which would be pretty nice. Also, please expect to not see that many devlogs because it's pretty hard to make a game, and then I also upload a devlog about it in a short period of time. Anyways, this is my first 3 months in game development. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and stuff.